Hey guys, number one Marmaduke fan here. I love libraries. So I thought I was done with Anonymous Noise. I'm only reading books at the library right now to save money, and I read volume 1 through 5 of it, and I loved it. It was one of the series that was good enough. I was considering buying it, so I did a library book request, and I encouraged them to get more of this. Now, I'm not saying correlation is causation. All I'm saying is there's a correlation between me submitting a recommendation to the library and them getting more Anonymous Noise. You don't know how excited I am. They got 7 more volumes. I get to review more Anonymous Noise. Go to your library, kids. All right. So, Anonymous Noise is one of my favorite series of the year because Ryoko Fukuyama does exactly what she says she wants to. Let me show you this quote. This is perfect. At the end of we gotta go to the ending to understand. I think I get the biggest thrill out of drawing the moments when my characters are just about to launch into a flying leap. I hope I'm able to convey a taste of that excitement to my readers. Ryoko Fukuyama. Mission accomplished. So the entire time I was reading this, I felt like I was watching a train. And the train's only going like 30 miles an hour so far, but it's accelerating. And then you look ahead and you see the brick wall. And then you look down at the train and see now it's accelerating to 40 miles an hour, now 50. Now it doesn't matter if the train isn't going 90 miles an hour yet. It's exciting because now you understand the direction the train is going. Oh no, the train's going right for the brick wall. So, Volume 6 is a build-up issue, and based on the track record of 1 through 5, I know what to expect in Volume 7, and I can't wait. So this is all about building tension for the next big rock concert where things are going to go to heck in a handbasket. So one of my favorite comments that Ryoko made about this series is she was a professional, she'd done several series, and she had a conversation with her editor, and she said, I've never done a love triangle before. I should try to do a love triangle. And all of Volume 1, I was rolling my eyes thinking, oh my gosh, a love triangle. Oh boy. And then the comedy kept me interested because she gets about, a funny laugh just about every other page. She makes me laugh once. So I said, this is really funny. I'll keep reading it. And then she got me invested in the love triangle. And, all right. What I think she does is she lampshades her characters without making me feel it's all stupid. I love TV tropes because it gives me words to describe things. Lampshading is when you put a lampshade on something dumb in a story. So you kind of point out to the audience, yeah, this is a dumb thing. Why, if we use the super duper power stones, don't we go back in time? And then you have a character ask a dumb question about that as a way of turning the dumb thing in the story into a joke. Now, my problem with a lot of Marvel comics is a lot of them do lampshading, and they'll actually sort of pettily make fun of older eras of comics. They'll say, oh, can you believe that the 1960s were so stupid and they had these silly billy supervillains? And that's not funny because it can be funny, but not if it's the only thing. If the only thing you've got isn't this stupid, it gets old really fast, and I have no respect for you because you're not respecting your own medium. So Ryoko does something a little bit different. She doesn't look at you in the audience and say, you are stupid. What she does is a little bit more like, she knows this is silly. She knows this is a love triangle. So, the characters are going through their day, and then Ryoko kind of, her hand, her dainty little beautiful manga artist hand, floats in from the ceiling with a lampshade. Boop! Sets it on the teenager's head, and then she pats it a couple times gently to make sure the lampshade's on there. And then she waves at you, and her hand floats into the sky, so she can go draw 30 more chapters of manga because she's an insane work ethic master, right? And then the characters go through their day normally, super seriously, with a lampshade on their head, and no one points out that they have a lampshade on their head. And it just gets funnier and funnier and funnier as the train is gradually getting faster and faster and approaching the brick wall, and everything blows up. Read Anonymous Noise. Okay, 4 minutes of not even opening the book. You gotta read Anonymous Noise. With that, spoilers, here we go. So, examples of what I've talked about. In Volume 5, Nino is a singer, and she has this romantic idea that if she sings enough, she will get Momo back, her childhood friend who she thought she had lost forever. And after the concert, she runs after him, and Nino is 110% kind of girl. She doesn't listen to people that well. She's really She'll have whole conversations where she's not paying attention to anything. She has a beautiful voice, but she's not trained, and she's also not in control of her emotions, which is ironically can actually help her sing better because she pours all of this emotion into her singing, even though sometimes it leads to like disasters or mistakes at the concerts, and everything is 110% with her. So after she collapses, Momo comes and sees her, and she's in a bonsai pose, right? So even her pose while sleeping is like this really intense, charging kind of thing. And there's this beautiful moment where Momo, I can actually kind of see how some girls could cheer for Momo, and some girls could cheer for Yuzu to get with Nino. I'm on Team Yuzu, but I like that Momo actually has a character. He's not just a jerk. So his problem is he's ashamed of himself. He has been selling songs he meant for Alice to companies to make money for his kind of scummy parents. And he feels shame about this, and he doesn't feel right in Alice's presence. Therefore, he wants to kind of give her a clean break and get out of her life, but he still can't get over her. Yuzu has the opposite problem. Yuzu's a short little, Napoleon complex kind of guy, and he loves Momo too, but Momo doesn't love Yuzu. Dang it, I'm mixing up all the Japanese names. Yuzu, the short guy, loves Nino, the girl, but Nino loves Momo. It's a love triangle, all right? Everybody loves the wrong person or they're being stupid. There's this beautiful moment where, while she's asleep, Nino says, "I love you, Momo," but Momo isn't there. Yuzu is there for her. All right. So it's really cheesy on the nose, love triangle romance stuff. So what keeps this from being just an annoying, obnoxious love triangle that goes on forever without resolution? Well, one thing Ryoko does is she has the comedy to help it. She has the sense that this is actually building to something by having the plot actually advance. So, when you start out, you think, oh, okay, she's going to sing and then she's going to find your boyfriend. Oh, but then actually she does find him almost instantly, which is a shakeup. Ryoko throws in curveballs that you're not expecting for the love triangle story. And she has some things actually advance in a logical way. So one of the secondary characters is my boy Haruyoshi. And Haruyoshi loves Mio, who's the main singer in the band before Nino shows up. Now, Mio is a better trained singer, but she doesn't have the sort of unique quality that Nino does. So Mio's kind of coming to grips with, I'm actually a better singer, but I do not have the potential to be the kind of star that Nino is destined to be, and that hurts. And it's a love triangle, so Mio loves Yuzu, Yuzu loves Nino, Nino loves Momo. Basically, Haruyoshi, who's an effeminate guy, he's been raised around women and girls all his life. He's never had a male role model. Haruyoshi mans up, and he tells Mio how he feels straight. And he has to tell her twice before she believes him. And it's beautiful because it's like Mio respects him now that he's manned up, and it kind of makes her heart melt that he can be this manly when she's used to him being kind of a little, girly, effete kind of guy. It's a great character. So the secondary characters are adding comedy and romance on their own. And they're reinforcing the main theme, which is tell the truth. Yuzu is in this band with Nino. He loves her, but he's afraid that if he tells her, he's going to spoil everything. They won't be able to work together. They won't be. It's a very common identifiable problems. You're best friends with the girl. You like her. You have a crush on her. You're afraid if you say it, you're going to screw up the friendship. Yuzu is going through that problem exactly, and the lesson he has to learn is tell Alice the truth. Now, this is such a weird book. Like I hate this face right here. Ryoko really struggles on her profiles, but she is such a professional at giving the audience exactly what she knows the audience likes and pouring so much heart into her characters that you just get wrapped up into it and you're going nuts. There's some interesting editorial. This isn't the one I was thinking of. This is her talking about playing like a Pokemon Go prototype game with her editor. I don't know. I guess there's a whole history to Pokemon Go style games. Even like little secondary or, side characters who just show up for a little bit, they're given enough love that they matter. So Momo runs away. He says goodbye to Nino and he moves to a different region of Japan where they have a different dialect. And one of the girls with the cute dialect obviously has a crush on him and does sweet little things like try to make him lunch to get him to notice her. And when he tells her, I'm in love with this girl, she's stupid and she doesn't listen to anyone and I can't forget about her. She gives him the advice, well, have you tried calling her? Because if she's like that, you're probably her only real friend, and old friends are like gold. So this book is all about romance is full of stupidity because you actually know the smart thing you're supposed to do. It's really obvious what you're supposed to do, but because people are afraid in romance, they're afraid to do the really obvious thing, which is tell the person how you feel and actually talk to them. And then the comedy comes from them being stupid and not willing to do that. Okay, this is really interesting. At the end of Volume 5, they switched to digital drawing, and for all of Volume 6 is now digital drawing. I couldn't tell until I read the commentary, but it's just interesting seeing her discuss her process. I just thought that was interesting. It's always fun seeing if you can try to catch it now that you know when an artist says they've switched over to a digital format. Okay, how did you enjoy Anonymous Noise Volume 6? Like Nino says, this volume is the running start. Volume 7 will be the big Nino explosion. I can't wait for you to read it. See that? And the entire time I was reading, I was thinking, I know what's coming. She's going to get on the concert. It's going to be like emotional basket case time. Nothing's been prepared. This whole club is crazy kids who aren't prepared and they're just flying by the seat of their pants, trying to be a cool rock and roll band. They have none of their emotions worked out. It's insane. And so I kind of know what's coming the whole time. And then Ryoko says, yeah, that thing that you're excited about coming the whole time, that's exactly what I wanted you to feel. You did it. This is great. That's it. Those are all my comments. Anonymous Noise is a perfect comic. The definition of a perfect comic is something that does exactly what the creator wanted to do. Ryoko Fukuyama thought she would try a love triangle because she'd never done it before. She pours all of this great, not just slice of life comedy, personality-based comedy into it of really emotional basket case teenagers bouncing off each other. All this really interesting thoughts about the creative process and what it means to be a genius, what it means to have a muse, what it means to balance your love of your art with your desire to have a family and have romance with someone. And then she stirs it all up into this big, crazy teenage emotional basket case stew that feels real, where the characters do things that they do stupid things, but the kind of people they are make sense and they connect with real people in the world. I can't wait for Volume 7 because I know that's the brick wall and the train's going right into the brick wall. Ryoko Fukuyama makes me care about weird things I probably shouldn't care about purely based on the emotion and the love she puts into her art. Love it. Number one Marmaduke fan. I get to review more Anonymous Noise. Libraries are great. Love ya. Thanks to my Subscribe Star supporters. Catch you later. Doobity-doo-ba-doo-wop.